Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. My name is Charles Kolb, and I'm the president of the Committee for Economic Development. And on behalf of CED's 200 trustees and our staff, welcome to our 2009 Annual Awards Dinner. Thank you for joining us this evening to help celebrate CED's 67th anniversary. Much has happened since our last annual dinner, which many of you will recall was in May of 2008. That's an understatement, and I will spare you most of the details, especially the details that relate to the economy. Gillian Tett from the Financial Times covered some of that ground when she spoke at our first Peter G. Peterson Foundation Economic Summit right here at the Waldorf on June 23rd. And tomorrow morning, we will hear from Wall Street Journal reporter and New York Times bestselling author David Wessel, who will talk about his new book, In Fed We Trust, Ben Bernanke's War on the Great Panic. So what has the last year meant for CED? How have we weathered the Great Panic? What have we done? There have been two major developments at CED this past year: a laser-like focus by our trustees on health care reform in partnership with U.S. Senators Ron Wyden and Bob Bennett, and a $1 million grant to CED last July from the newly formed Peter G. Peterson Foundation. On health care, unlike some other business groups, we believe that the employer-sponsored system is unsustainable and needs major reform. We have been working with Senator Ron Wyden and others, working tirelessly to make sure that the principles of cost-conscious consumer choice, expanded access, and serious cost containment get into the final legislation. We are proud to work with partners such as AT&T, Intel, Kelly Services, Manpower, Walmart, and the SEIU, the Service Employees International Union, through our Better Healthcare Together coalition. We were extremely pleased and honored to be among the Peter G. Peterson Foundation's first 8 grantees, and to be asked to bring CED's business perspective to healthcare reform, the budget deficits, and entitlement reform. We have done 50 events across the country, from New York to San Francisco, in leading American business schools, and in town hall forums and webinars. And Pete, we want to salute you and thank you for your generosity towards CED. And also for your steadfast leadership in the American business and philanthropic communities. Thank you very much. You have before you CED's 2008 annual report, and you will see that we were extremely busy with over 50 events in some 15 cities across the country. We were active in healthcare reform, corporate governance and the financial crisis, judicial reform, and early education. We could not have achieved this presence and our impact without support from dozens of individuals, companies, and foundations, many of whom are with us here tonight. We want to say a sincere thank you to all of you. Now, nonprofit fundraising in today's economy is an enormous challenge. We set an ambitious goal for tonight's dinner, $800,000, and I'm pleased to say that we have met and exceeded that goal. We did this with your support and the efforts of CED's truly remarkable development team, Martha Houle, Rick Rodero, Lindsay Hoffman, and Christine Streich. Thank you, each of you. We also had a very active group of CED trustees who helped in our fundraising efforts, and we want to give special thanks this evening to our dinner co-chairs, Roy Bostock, Jim Quigley, and Ron Zarella. Our outstanding dinner committee and CED's co-chairs, Joe Casputis and Don Peterson, they helped to make this event such a success and a great tribute to all of our honorees. Tonight is a very special and exciting evening. We are proud to be presenting awards to several distinguished individuals and companies. Each awardee has made enormous contributions to the strength of CED's programs, and all of us at CED are deeply honored to have such outstanding leaders with us this evening. Welcome. I'd also like to extend a special welcome to our trustees, and especially to our new trustees who are with us this evening. Ranjana Clark from Western Union, Nels Olson from Korn Ferry, Davia Teman from the Davia Teman Group, Lon O'Neill, the head of SHRM, the Society for Human Resource Management, Michelle Dennedy from, where are you, Michelle? Sun, welcome, special trip, thank you. Former Congressman Chris Shays, I know Chris is here, I don't know where you are, but again, Chris, welcome. Deborah Perry, and also Peter Smith, former Congressman, Lieutenant Governor from Vermont, Peter Smith. Welcome to each of you. I also want to extend a special welcome to Diony Lebeau, who is the CEO of the Société Générale for the Americas. Diony, thank you for coming, and also attending his third dinner, Sir Graham Webb from London. CED deals with policy recommendations, and policy recommendations are intangible. So how do we take intangible ideas and turn them into impact? One word, trustees. This past year, we created 2 new CED trustee impact committees, one on healthcare, the other on corporate governance. Our healthcare group was led by Bill Lewis and also has greatly benefited by the work of Rob Chess, Alan Enthoven, Pat Ford, Pres Kabakoff, Lenny Mendonca, and Landon Rowland. Our trustee healthcare group has been meeting literally weekly and remains in contact daily as we work to affect the outcome of the healthcare reform legislation in Washington. Our corporate governance impact group was led by Kono Fusco and a very active subcommittee that includes Bill Donaldson, Catherine Bromelow, Beth Brooke, Marty Cohen, Bob Colson, Maureen Arity, Pat Ford, Hollis Hart, John Lifton, Mark Preisinger, and John Wilcox. And in this effort, 2 outstanding public relations firms lent us their expertise. On healthcare, Pat Ford and his team at Burson Marsteller helped hone our message tremendously. And on corporate governance, Rich Torrenzano and Ed Orgon at the Torrenzano Group helped us to develop our messaging on that issue. So to Burson Marsteller and the Torrenzano Group, we want to say thank you. And to the many CED trustees, who have been active all across the country, you have our deepest appreciation.